All the LGBT news you can handle and a little bit more. Gay Weekly Roundtable starts now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hi, guys. I was expecting forgive me. I was expecting an epic intro. It didn't happen, but we are here for you, and it is epic. Welcome to Gay Weekly Roundtable. I'm your host, Adam Salandra. You can find me on social media at Adam Salandra, and here are my other hosts.
Hi, everyone. Look who's back. It's me, Tony Moore, and you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony.
I'm Yel Teagle. I'm everywhere at Yel Teagle. That's YAELTYGIEL. And I'd be in the chat if I could connect to the Wi-Fi.
Technical problems.
Shade.
Guys, we have an epic special guest co-host tonight.
Yeah.
Dum dum da da dum dum.
There it is.
I love it. You absolutely know him as the Gay of Thrones, Jonathan Van Ness.
Yay.
And if you don't, if you watch Game of Thrones and you haven't seen Gay of Thrones, honey, turn this off right now and go catch up.
No,
Just kidding. It's
Wait
1
till we're
hour.
done.
You can wait till we're done. But thank you for coming, especially on this Game of Thrones non-airing time. Like, we need to.
I'm
The people
normally
need
in
to see you.
hibernation right now. I don't like to come out.
He crawled out of his cave,
did.
looking like Jesus. Actually,
I
that's
know.
and
Jon Snow
resurrected for
Yes.
us, just like Jon Snow.
Yes.
Full circle. How do you spend your time during these off times?
Oh, I keep busy doing a little bit of this. Well, I have a podcast too. We do
Yes.
that. So we do a lot of getting curious. We get curious about things, and we, raising 2 sons, my cat.
Yes.
Keeps me busy.
God bless. It's so
Yes.
nice.
And I'm doing the
Daddy.
hair all the time.
Always. So
Yeah.
she keeps busy.
Yeah, she keeps so
All right,
busy.
well,
She's
good.
busy.
Well, we're definitely going to dig into that a little bit
Yeah, I
more
can't
as
wait.
we move on.
Yeah.
But first, how are y'all's weeks?
Oh, y'all.
Y'all, I'm not from the South, but
I'm sorry, it's pronounced Yell?
yeah, yes.
I love how everything
That's a mistake
goes
that
back
I did
to
make
Yale.
before. As
Yes.
it should.
Yeah, on this show.
The
Come
leading
on.
lady of this
show is
panel.
about me.
Y'all, I come from Pittsburgh, so what we say is yins, and that's not gonna happen.
Oh.
Yins, like yons,
Yins?
yins. It's I can't do the accent properly, but I'm not even gonna try. But listen
never
to it.
heard
It's
that.
it's insane.
I've never heard that either.
I don't know about that.
you know
You're
it's
making
now.
bad. It's
making
bad.
it up.
Lone Ranger.
Point is, I accidentally said y'all. Anyway, what was the question? Oh,
How
what
are we doing?
What did yins do this week? Oh, I can't even do it.
I'm having
Anything
a great
cool?
I'm like, I don't even remember.
It's a
That's
great
how I
week.
am too. There's only one thing I remember. Guys, I had a incident with a fellow dog owner
What kind of
outside.
incident?
Well, a confrontation, sort of. I'm the least confrontational person I know.
Shocked.
Yes.
Probably, truly.
Yes.
Did you say shocked?
Yeah.
But, as you probably know with your sons, when it
Yes.
comes to your children, different story.
Yeah.
So my dog Penelope
Who
was
is perfect.
Thank you.
I love
I
her.
appreciate. No, it feels good
I'm
to
very
know
good
that.
friends with her.
They are good friends. She
Yes.
loves you as well.
Yes.
Now she was doing her business outside on a hill, away from anyone walking by.
Yeah.
But she really loves dogs, so
Wait, was she pooping?
she was pooping.
Did
to
you
be
clean up
specific.
after her?
Oh God, of course.
That's not even what it was about.
Sorry, no, just people don't.
You just wanted to judge me immediately for something I would never do.
I just wanted to clarify that you're not one of those people because those people are terrible people.
They actually, I do believe they are terrible people, but you can judge me at the end of the
Okay,
story.
go
Trust
on.
me. So anyway, when a dog is going to the bathroom, because mine's so finicky, I try and not walk past them just to be polite. Let the dog finish. This woman didn't do that, but that's fine. That's just my own personal preference. But when Penelope started walking down the hill because she wanted to see the dog, the woman was like, "No, no," yelling at her, really like nastily, not scared. Because a fear
Just
of dogs is
being
different.
mean.
Just being mean. Then Penelope started barking and getting wild because of that, and she was doing more like yelling. So I wanted to immediately be like, say something, but I just like was so shocked.
Yeah.
But then I was so mad that I didn't say anything that I just started booing. And I booed her as she walked up the stairs into her apartment. It was the strangest thing that's ever. I mean,
That is weird.
It was as weird as you're picturing it. Literally,
Yeah.
boo. Yeah, I feel weird about it,
Can you
especially
cuss
based
right
on
now?
your
Are we allowed
reactions.
to cuss?
Sure.
Yes.
I'd have been like, you.
I
didn't even end
and
up
you did it.
cussing. Yeah.
Can I cuss? Can I at least bleep myself out
Yeah,
of
I
cussing?
did it.
I should have, but instead I
Yeah.
booed. But isn't there like booing on Game of Thrones, or am I just thinking of shame? That's what I
You
really
think
want you to be
of
like,
shame.
shame,
Yeah.
shame.
Shame. I love
Anyway,
the
guys,
shame
I
word.
feel even more awkward about it
You
after seeing your
should.
puzzled face.
Because had I been standing there, I would have been like, "That's what you came up with is a boo out of all of that."
I'm aware it was a mistake.
I would have clutched my pearls and said, "I beg your pardon, ma'am. How dare you speak to my dog that way?"
Correct, but
It's
I
so
didn't.
rude.
I made
Yeah.
a choice.
See, I'm so different. I would have gone, yes! She's saying no.
Okay, that's a good option
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah, she says no.
Yeah,
I say
yes.
And
Yeah,
as
that's
gay as
funny.
can
That
be.
is funny. That's funny. That's
All
super
right.
funny. Yes.
Well, guys, I thought this was a
No?
safe space, but
No,
I don't
that's
know.
funny.
Oh, it's not a safe space for you.
That's funny. That's better.
I feel safe.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
Well, I mean, I've just been working this week, so.
Excuse me, weren't you
know.
on Dance Moms this week? As you now that you mention it.
Oh, I was. I was on.
Oh,
Dance.
I
I was
forgot.
on. Okay, so this week, I was the announcer on Dance Moms.
Yeah.
But
Cute.
I was also seen in the background of Days of Our Lives, which is my
Excuse
favorite
me,
soap
what a
opera.
week.
Yeah. She does a little background work on there,
Oh,
and I
I love
also recap Days of Our Lives right here on AfterBuzz TV every Sunday at 4 p.m. So.
Plug it in.
Right.
Amazing.
So it was a TV week for me.
That's amazing.
love that.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
So it was fun.
I also had a TV week. I was at the TCAs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that was even
That's
better because
cool.
you got to interact with oh my gosh,
Kind of.
Well, no, I can't say that on here.
Well, so
Oh.
I was at the TCAs and I got to see my friend Bitsy Tulloch from Grimm. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
girl.
birthday.
HBD girl.
And last night we talked, and she kept telling me, I'm gonna throw some shade.
Grace.
She kept telling me things and being like, "Oh my God, you can't print that," and I was like, "You're telling me things no one cares about." Like,
She thought it was too shocking to be printed, and
no,
you're
no,
like,
she was just telling me like things about her personal life, and I
Who
went,
was it?
Bitsy Tulloch.
Bitsy.
Who's that?
She's on Grimm. Exactly.
Here.
It's a show that I cover here on AfterBuzz TV. Not a lot of people watch that show.
I totally felt a Mariah moment. I
don't know her.
Like, I don't know her. I've never had a conversation with her, but I'm
No
sure she's a
shade. I didn't
lovely
send her any
girl.
shade. I don't care.
Like, she kept telling me like personal things and being like, "You can't print that," and I went, "I don't print things. That's not a
This isn't a
thing."
gossip column
Yeah,
here.
like it's not a thing I do. I was like, "Girl, I'm just asking about your life."
Nor is it a column at all. Yeah.
You know what's weird is that when we do know, like people in the industry and they know like what we do, when you have a conversation with them, that's what they do. Like for some reason, some of my friends are like off the record, and I'm like, girl, it was never on the record. Like,
Yeah.
we're just having a conversation.
Just
Like, I'm not
friends.
gonna go and say, oh, girl, guess what? So and so told me.
I once had to tell someone there is no record.
Right.
Like,
No.
I don't do that. I don't. First of all, I'm not going to spoil. If you tell me something about the show, I'm not going to spoil that for people. Somebody
that's
just
so
spoiled
upsetting.
something for
The
me, and I was
worst.
so angry.
The worst.
But on the bright side, I told her she's aware of who I'm in love with on Grimm, and he texted her today for her birthday, and she responded, "Oh, I was just talking to Yell about how much she loves you," and then she sent me a screenshot. So.
Oh, you want?
dang it.
Too bad you didn't say off the record. All your
Oh
private.
no! I told her. I told
okay,
her.
it's good. It's good.
Put in a good word
You said
for
it
me.
is on the record.
Yeah, I said, please help.
And you
Yeah.
don't remember what happened this week, right?
Oh no, I do. I thought about it a little.
Okay.
I did. Well, like I said, I did some hair, but I went to the taping for Throwing Shade for the
You
premiere.
did?
It was
Oh,
so
yes.
amazing. It was so good. Like the premiere is so good. That happened this
was
week.
excellent.
Lived.
Oh, I'm so glad you went.
So proud. So excited for them.
Love them.
And it was amazing. I laughed so hard.
Oh, Erin is a producer of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, the director.
Excuse me.
Creator,
I know
honey.
yeah, she does it all.
Yeah, she does. No, but I loved it. It was so good. And then, I just feel like the news was like used to be my favorite thing, and now I feel like I'm listening to like Harry Potter or something, but like a nightmare.
It does
Like it's
seem
a
unreal.
mentor's dream, honey. That's what NPR has turned into. Like every day, it's like today, like we're confirming Donald Trump's pick for Commerce Secretary, and you're like, Donald Trump's pick for Commerce.
The news, actually, you're right. It sounds like
It's like the Twilight Zone
it's a
every day.
movie.
It never gets. It's not wearing itself
Yeah.
It's
in.
real. Well, thank you for mentioning
Yeah.
that
And-
because tomorrow is the inauguration.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about
We're-
it.
but yet we must. And then I was going to say we'll never talk about Trump again, and
Yeah.
literally we'll talk about him every week.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's unfortunately
what's
the way it
happening.
is. Y'all voted for him. We know some people listening did, and thank you for sharing your brave opinion. Anyway, tomorrow's inauguration party is truly a who's who of who cares because they couldn't get anyone.
I'm not
to
going to
do
watch it.
Oh, I definitely won't be watching.
Before we
not-
talk about tomorrow, can we talk about last night?
Please do.
Okay.
Let's do it in order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chronologically.
Yeah.
For a great reason, for some great reason, there was a big gay dance party at Pence's house.
He
But he
didn't
wasn't
start
there for it,
Yeah,
he left.
He didn't invite it.
He left 30 minutes before it started.
What?
Yeah, I read on BBC this morning. I was like,
Oh, I'm so
But he
bummed.
heard about it.
yeah, he heard about it.
And like they were in the streets. They like closed down streets with this big gay dance party.
Which
And
sounds like a
there were
dream.
glow sticks and
Yeah.
glitter.
I love that.
I'm so
Oh,
bummed
good.
that I was not there.
I
Well,
do
look
too.
at that. Pin says for the gays.
It's not just making a statement, but it's truly one of love, fun.
Yeah.
I thought you said princess for the gays, and I was like, I don't know what that means. I'm just going to keep
Oh,
talking,
are
and
we
then I
gonna-
backed up and
Yeah.
realized what you meant. Sorry, but yeah.
Pence is not for the
No.
gays.
I think
Well,
he was joking.
The gays are for the Pence.
Oh, I
They
was
were
gonna say.
calling big-
Zaddy
Oh, he didn't
Pence.
start
Big
it.
Daddy
I mean, that was
Zaddy
nice of him.
Pence.
To
It was a
throw the big gay
protest, but
party.
He
it was.
didn't throw it.
Oh.
They went.
Apparently, we didn't tell the story.
Was there a
well
flash
enough.
mob?
I'm
He
so
most
sorry.
definitely did not throw this. It was a protest against him.
Yeah, and the way they protested was to party, and I think
Which
that's.
couldn't be a better. There's obviously
Yeah.
the big women's march this weekend.
Oh, are you all going?
To the LA one?
Yeah.
I hope to.
I
Yes.
am.
As long as I can get out of work commitment, I will be there.
Yeah.
But
I want
Sounds
to
like
say,
you can get out of it by announcing that you're going to try to get out of that work
Yeah.
commitment.
yes,
Yes,
if
you're
you're
going.
listening, bosses, is this good enough?
He'll be
Just
at
announcing
the
it.
he'll be at the women's march.
Yeah.
I just want to encourage everyone
Oh,
in their
absolutely.
cities to go.
But all I was going to say about that is I hope there is a lot of dancing since we didn't get to attend the Pence dance
Mm-hmm.
party.
I think I'll dance while I march. Otherwise, marching's tiring. 'Cause I don't like to
Exactly.
walk.
But dancing.
I think they should continue this gay party. Like they should show up at his house, like
Every day?
every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Totally.
Like they should do Friday night, Saturday night, which are normal gay
Yeah.
Sure.
dance parties, and then
I-
Sunday fun day.
I don't know if I'm being like a hideous like.
Be it.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. For me,
Yes, yes.
it doesn't like he sent for us a little bit with the needle exchange situation in Indiana with the HIV outbreak that he had in his state a few years ago. I feel like he sent for us then. Mm-hmm. But right now he didn't send for us quite yet. Like he hasn't I'm like send for me a little bit more because I don't want because if you already are a big idiot who doesn't like gays, why are we provoking her?
I can't believe
Why
this-
are we doing a dance party in front of her house when she hasn't said one thing? She really hasn't. That Mike Pence.
That is a.
So I feel like it's like why are we? It just feels a little like it feels a little 24.
I love
it feels
that you
a
said
little
that.
not the show like the age. Like it just feels. It feels
Thank
like
you for
outrage
clarifying.
machine.
Yeah, I was like-
It feels provocative and not in like a Madonna way. I'm like
I feel like
don't-
it's trying to get her before she gets us.
Kind of, but I had the same.
But can we
thought
be
that-
the bigger people? Can't we? Can we not?
I'm sorry. Every
What do you
time
think?
every time we're the bigger people, we get screwed over.
No, that's true too.
That's true.
It's proactive, but I will say
true.
that if we need, I think personally that for right now, if we sort of came together for people that they have attacked during on the campaign trail, our services would be much better used because this could potentially incite anger in them, and suddenly they are, even if the politicians are ignoring this, their supporters who do support them are seeing this and
That's
saying,
what I was thinking. Because like the way Fox puts this, you
Right,
know, like, for
exactly.
people that read it, for people that read like right wing news, it's like it just doesn't like make us in any cuter or more knowledgeable of a light.
Yeah.
They look at that and they're like the gays. Whereas like can't we do like something like gorgeous? Like not that a dance party isn't, but I mean was there gorgeous booths there? There's probably like gorgeous educational booths and stuff.
Well,
so that
see,
was probably fear.
a dance party doesn't
Yeah.
bother me because it's fun and it's just having fun. But like but a lot of
A gay fair.
Yeah,
Ooh,
gay
a
fair.
A gay fair. A
Isn't
gay
that-
fair.
A gorgeous gay family
Yeah.
fair, honey.
Private gay
I was,
fair.
I was
Yes,
like,
a
I don't know what
gay
Pride
fair.
is in LA, but in San Francisco, that's what it is.
I love a gay
Yes.
fair. Was it a gay fair? Yeah.
With like educational booths
Yes,
about
Queen, I
gay
love this.
sex, about drag queens,
Yes.
about prep,
Yes.
No,
about
wait.
gays, about
Okay,
Yes.
I know you're very excited, and please let's
But-
start it because I'll go to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I love
Well,
a
no,
gay
just
fair.
Pride.
speaking of the the going forth in a educational political way. That is what the Women's March is, and coming
Yeah,
together
correct.
to do this, the Women's March. I just want to encourage again.
Yes, no, that is-
Saturday
And the-
everywhere.
And that's why I think it's so important because, like, in this case, with this march, we've been sent for with all these cabinet picks, with all
Exactly.
the stuff we have been sent for. We have been called on. This is our civic duty. This, I feel like they sent for us. We're coming. So
Yeah.
that's good.
And we're coming
Yeah.
in drones.
Drones, honey.
Well, that same opinion I want to hear what you think about this. Jennifer Holliday, a gay icon to many. She was the original Dream Girl. She was slated to perform at the inauguration. Huge backlash from the LGBT community, so she pulled out of that. She had a very nice open letter to the community, apologizing, explaining why she did it, that she thought she didn't think of it in the way that the LGBT community was receiving it. She thought it was just, she's always performed for the presidents sort of as a unity thing.
Yeah.
But she was like, I'm so sorry, you guys are the reason for my career.
Right.
I will back out. Now, great, people are happy with that. But the Republican side, but also some Democrats are saying, doesn't this sort of make us look bad, like we're just bullying people into doing what we want? We're causing a stink when she could have been there as a voice for us. Do you think that's the same or different?
I watched her response on The View before coming here, and she made a good point. She was just like, I love America, and I love to sing. So when I was approached, I thought I was in talks about it.
Right.
Nothing had been official or anything yet, and then she literally went to bed one night and woke up the next day, and there was all of this backlash. And I think, like, I will say like me, because I tend to live in my bubble because I like my bubble,
Right.
and I like the laws that I make up in my bubble, I
Right.
like the people in my bubble. She was kind of like that, where she didn't realize that, as she said, people were not over the election. She was like, Oprah said, let's move on. Obama said, let's move on. She thought,
And those are two people to listen to.
yeah, she thought we had all moved on, and she said, "Honey, I didn't realize that we still weren't doing America right now." And she was like,
That's an interesting way.
"Yeah," she was like, "I'm a singer. I'm a performer, so that's what I wanted to do." And then I think as people started informing her, that's when she kind of went, oh, I didn't realize all of this, and then decided, you know what, this is not good. And they did ask her, well, did you drop out because of the backlash? And she said it wasn't because of the backlash. It was because I think people were then, and I even saw a tweet that someone tweeted her, like, just information about what Trump was doing, some of his plans, and she thanked the person. And so I think she was starting to be a little more knowledgeable, because other than that, she said she lives a very reclusive life, and she's just not one of those ones, obviously, that seeks out the information. It's like an opportunity. I'll think about it, you know, to have my voice heard for a country that I love.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that I was surprised before I heard the open letter, which is good, well written, that everyone did turn around so quickly and forgive her. But there are some people that are now mad. Some people on our side who are saying, why do we have to stop this, step our foot in? It makes Trump supporters have ammunition to say whatever they'll say about us.
Well, I don't think people have to apologize for their opinions. So, like, if people were mad about that, like, they're mad about that and whatever. But, like, and Jennifer Holliday fears, I don't know why I don't know why I don't feel anything. I don't know why I don't.
Because it just doesn't, like, at some point, it's like,
I think there's so much bigger things that I'm upset about. I just don't care, like, who I'm seeing, whatever.
And at some point, unfortunately, we are in a position where you would think that us coming together would start from the higher ups and it will trickle down to us. Whereas I think we're in a position where we have to come together and we have to say, look, I may or may not like you. However, you have been given this position. But you now need to do what's best for us. And we are all standing together begging you to do what's best for us. And by us, I mean all the people, all the African Americans, all the Hispanics, all the Latins, all the Koreans, Asians, Japanese, Chinese, gay, everyone who makes America what it is.
Yes.
Native Americans, honey. Everybody. Don't forget them, honey.
Oh, well, we can't forget them.
Can't forget them. We love them.
Honey, y'all ran them out.
Shoot, why do you look me deep in the eyes? I'm a family of immigrants as well. But it's also a good point that, like,
we're garbage people.
Yeah, it's not going well. But we are focusing on entertainment not just this, because like you said, who cares about this? There's bigger things. We focus on this. Trump's tweets, his apprentice tweets, when the issues are then being brushed aside.
Somebody needs to take
I
his
think-
Twitter away.
Well, so a lot
Like
of his
disactivate.
supporters, I read, are now going, get off Twitter and do your job. Because the people who voted for him are going, you made
Right.
us promises,
Right.
and here you are bitching and moaning on Twitter.
Well, I read this amazing article on Vox about this guy who was like the moment that I realized that I regretted voting for Trump. And he was basically saying that like the biggest things that he loved about Trump in the campaign were that he said that he was going to prosecute Hillary. Not that he wanted to see Hillary in jail necessarily, but he did want to see the emails like all the way investigated out in the open because he hated that Loretta Lynch met with Bill Clinton on that tarmac like that one day, like before the election. So he was like, that was one thing that really made, he was like a retired police officer that wrote this article. Or I actually think it was a lady retired police officer. And so she was like, that was reason number one. Two, I wanted him to drain the swamp. I hated all the Goldman Sachs connections. I hated how he was calling Hillary a crook, blah, 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 blah. So then she's like, when my stomach dropped through my ass and I realized like what a mistake I had made, this person was in Texas. She was like, it was when he was on 60 Minutes, and he was like, well, I'm not going to prosecute Hillary. I think we just need to let people, I'm not even going to do an investigation because I just think we need to move on. And then I'm going to appoint Rex Tillerson. And basically, like, just all in a row is like, swampy or swamp, I ain't draining it. I'm not prosecuting Hillary. And just like, not 2 seconds after he won the election, he was already like completely reversing everything that he had said, which was the exact thing he had accused Hillary
Sure,
of doing.
right.
And then her bottom line was, I would rather be lied to by Hillary because that was status quo. And if I wanted more of the same, I would have gone for her, not him.
Yeah.
I wanted something different.
But-
and I was like, word, that's so true.
Yeah, but imagine if the left doesn't like what he's doing, but the right and people who voted for him don't like what he's doing. What's about to happen? Because it's still happening.
Well, Obvi, he'll get
But
impeached,
Nixon-
and then we're going to be like stuck with Mike Pence.
right, which I'm not.
Is not okay.
Right, and
Yeah.
now that is when I'm for our community nervous. Trump, I don't think does care. Like he's not out to get us. I truly do believe.
I don't know because I know I should pay attention. I really probably should. I should pay attention to politics. However, I don't.
okay.
It's not a part of
This
my
is
life.
honestly is the first time I haven't.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm aware. I hear things, I read things, but like I don't dig deep. But I just feel like he doesn't even know what he's doing.
And I think
Yeah.
that's why he's selecting a team, right? And he's selecting a team that they know what they're doing.
Right,
It
and
may
that's
not
what
be
they-
what we want. It's stuff that they want. They go, this is what I want. I know what I'm doing, and that's what I'm doing.
The reason I'm scared of Trump is not because of Trump. It's because the people that
Right.
yes, he's our president. That's terrifying. But the people that he's appointing, because he knows he's not a politician, he
Yeah.
hasn't done it. So those people are in charge, and that's scary.
So when he won, a lot of people on the left said, okay, we're going to be the bigger person. We're going to see what happens. We're going to give him this opportunity. We are going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And then he started choosing people, and we went, we tried. We tried to let you. And now I think we're all waiting to see what ends up happening.
Yeah,
Because so far, today, he can't
There
do
we are.
anything.
yeah,
I finally got YouTube to load.
sweet.
Hello.
I just, when it comes to the inauguration, I just like the meme that's going around where people ask, who will be watching the inauguration? And it's followed by Alicia
Alicia
Keys.
Keys.
No one.
It really is a good
It's
one.
my
guys.
favorite.
Look it up. I played
Yeah.
it several times.
Yeah,
it's a
oh,
good
me
song.
too. It's a great song.
9
but-
years old, by the
Yeah,
way. If you want to have a tear over that.
But it's
no
great.
one.
exactly.
Yes,
thank
that
you.
one.
Yeah, that one. I hope no one's watching because don't even like put your TV on.
Yeah,
it.
I ain't
Don't
doing it.
set
I'm not
your
giving them my
DVR.
viewers. But can I tell you this? Not to change the subject, but I'm going to do it really quick.
Oh, yeah,
you know what
please do.
Alicia Keys song I effing love?
Which one?
That one with comments kind of is like, we got way too much in common.
Oh yeah, that's newer. I like that too.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
That didn't
I'm being
become.
honest
That was like her new single
with you
off the
we
last
got
album,
way
but no
too
one
much in
cared. But I love
common.
it too.
It made me so. I was like, yes,
You
I
are
am.
feeling
So,
it.
no, it's so good. No, because it's like really good, and it's like it was a different sound for her, and I just really liked it.
For some reason, I feel like in your house you have a diva fan, and like you put that song on blast, and you
It's the
set your.
worst. That's actually
you
more of
set
a
it
gym
up.
song for me. That song.
Oh really?
That's like I like a sad ballad for a fan. It's
No,
interesting.
no, a ballad doesn't. Oh, a ballad does go with the fan.
Yeah.
That's where you
it
can just
does.
stand
Anything
there
goes with
and
when you
live.
have those locks, anything will go with a fan. I would assume.
This is true.
Speaking
This is
of
true.
music,
Yes, ma'am.
did you hear the
Nope.
song that they have chosen that Trump and his wife will do?
Oh, that Nancy Sinatra's matter
Frank
than she.
Sinatra
I know,
song.
but Nancy Sinatra, the daughter, is so mad
Oh.
that they're using it. She's so pissed. I read this article on BBC about it. She's so pissed.
So they're using My Way. I did it my way, and everyone's going. The song
Oh
that
my
starts.
God.
The song that starts. The end is near. Like that's the song you chose.
Imagine
And now
every
the end is
move
near,
you
I
make
believe
is like
those are the-
able to be a joke.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
That's crazy.
And My
I did
Way.
not realize that was the first lyric. That is
Yeah.
terrifying.
Right, because the song is about how like, you know what? Before it all
least-
ends, at least I did it my way.
Also, My Way, not like our way, like not unifying the country. My Way, very telling. Good
Absolutely.
choice, guys.
Oh
You
my
nailed it.
God, that is so
Spooky.
scary.
Do you want to keep playing with my hair? Because you can.
Sure.
It's like all right here. Like we don't have to wonder like what's happening. Like it's.
Oh my God!
They're
And
spelling it out
couldn't you
for
just
us.
imagine Kellyanne Conway just like, yeah, Donald, we're gonna do, yeah, that's a good song, Donald. Ugh.
Oh
At least we
god.
did it, but it's totally.
You
She's
know?
such a she gets
Yeah, just
sloppy hand
picturing it.
jobs. That
Why
filthy
did you have to put that
extension
fucking
nightmare.
photo in my head?
I
was
hope
bad.
her extensions catch on fucking fire. She's such a nightmare
Well,
fucking person.
there you go.
I hate
Shoving heads
her.
together.
Couldn't beep it out once Kellyanne was in
Yeah.
the picture. Okay, shall we move on?
Yes,
From
please.
politics.
Happy
We've
news?
gotten
Yes.
so
Yes.
upset.
Yes.
Back to entertainment. Some good news, I think.
Great news.
The return of the 90s
I can't wait
sitcom
for
Will and
Karen.
Grace.
Yeah.
Can't wait for a lot of people are saying, can it just be Jack and Karen?
Uh,
no
No.
shade to Will and Grace, but obviously we loved those
Well,
characters.
Well, what? Okay, so, because I've added Wendy Williams to my DVR, I'm a little late
Great.
bloomer when it comes to Miss Wendy. But
Oh,
she,
welcome.
thank you. But she mentioned this because Leslie Jordan had leaked that it was coming back.
Correct.
Then Deborah Messing was like, nope. And then Wendy was like, it's probably not coming back because they waiting on her to like negotiate
that's-
money stuff, right? So now that it is official, and Wendy was like, I mean, let's be honest. We can do without Will, we can do without Grace, and we can do just Jack and Karen. And I'm like
Jack.
totally for that. But however, I'm very excited that Will and Grace
It's
are
great.
making a return. It's only 10 episodes.
Yeah.
For now.
I was at the TCA when they announced
were?
it, which I got to tell you is the craziest feeling. Like you read the headlines,
Sure.
that's exciting, but to hear like NBC heads go, "We have good news to share with you for you to share with your readers and
Yeah.
subscribers." We haven't. Here's the video, and they showed the video, and people were like clicking
Yeah,
away.
it's amazing.
I was like, "I'm here," and
it's
they're
so cute.
announcing
It was that vote video that they
Yeah,
showed.
that's what.
Yeah.
And was it September, October? They did a video to vote. I don't remember it, but I'm sure. It
I
was
wonder.
pointing you towards Clinton.
Yeah, I wonder if her losing is what brought this back. This is what I thought, because I was like, if she won, they probably would have been like, fine, the world's still gonna be fine, we're gonna be fine.
Sure.
But then when she lost, they were like, oh my god, you guys, like we actually have to like give the people something so they don't all jump off a fucking
Which
cliff.
they are doing, but
Yeah.
I think at the
They're
very
jumping
least
off cliffs?
they're bringing
So
it back
we
for, so
don't.
we don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for now. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're very it was so popular, that video they made, that I think
Oh,
they were
so
like,
good.
oh, okay, they're still ready for us.
Okay, but here's my thing. Although I am very happy that they are bringing back Will and Grace. What is this thing with Hollywood with like bringing
Well-
things back?
So rumor is NBC has tried to make a few different shows with Deborah Messing since Will and Grace ended,
yeah,
right?
and they don't work.
So they're bringing.
Oh wait, was the Laura
Mysteries
show?
of Laura.
Mysteries of Laura? She had the
There was another
the
awful
wives something on
the first wife.
something like
I
that.
did
on
like
Starter
USA.
Wife, Starter Wife.
that's
I
it.
like Smash. Smash was good.
Smash was
Smash.
she
in
was
Smash?
great.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was the star.
Yeah, she was.
Deborah
the,
Messing was the star of.
Not a non-singing. She was like.
Yeah, she was like
sang.
she was like the
No,
right.
she,
No, she
I
didn't
didn't
sing.
sing.
She wasn't one of the like singers. But
No, she didn't sing.
Deborah Messing can sing. Yes, she
When
did.
did she sing?
Okay, well, we're gonna cut to commercial.
Anyway,
We
We'll find
got
out. Just
way
kidding.
too much in
Thank you
common.
for Anyway,
Yes.
but so NBC has been trying to find her a vehicle, and
They're like,
they
let's
found
just
one.
do what
Yeah.
works.
Well, so that video, the reunion the reunion for the election was so popular, and they talked to everybody, and everybody's kind of available.
Yeah.
And so they were like, let's make it work with your schedules, and they did. And so they have the 10 episodes that
Yeah.
will be coming out in 2017, 2018 is what they said.
Yep, love
so
that.
who knows when.
And
But
what else?
it's also, just the last thing is that it's going to be really interesting to see Will and Grace now. Because
Right.
it was such a different time. They were the first
Right.
kiss. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that was a huge deal. And
Times
now
have changed thanks
every
to them.
show has a gay
of course.
character.
So I think it will be exciting. Especially that was all for timely politics, but I don't think obviously will be about that. So it'll be cool. A lot of people are. I don't remember exactly the finale, but I guess it went really crazy. They went 20 years into the future, and all this stuff
Yeah.
happened, and now they're like, well, what are they going to do with that? But I don't care if they just forget that.
I mean, I hope they just like forget that whole
Yeah,
fucking
who cares?
storyline. Like,
Exactly.
it wasn't even that good. But what was so good about that show, it was like the middle. Like, it was just like the stuff. Like,
right.
it was just like the daily, like, just give me daily
Exactly.
realness with fun little political puns here and there.
Yeah.
Make Karen say fun stuff.
Right.
I want to see Anastasia Beaverhausen
Yes,
again.
of course. But I think they will. That's why the video was so
Yes.
popular.
Yes.
Just give me like
And you were talking
daily.
about all this like returning, like Hollywood not original, which I agree with.
Absolutely.
But this show's the one show that should.
Well, for me, there's like a reboot of something different. I'm like, let's be original, but returning for fans of that, like,
Especially, I have a bigger problem with movies doing it over
Right.
and over
Same,
and over.
same.
Like, especially when there's like, exactly the same. Like, this gets on my nerves. In Fuller House gets on my nerves. But you know, if it was a really good show,
when we want it to come back, we're happy.
I
Yeah.
think a revival is great.
Yes.
You bring it back. This is the show. It's just continuing.
Right.
A reboot where you MacGyver. Like,
Right.
Who needs that?
Right.
yes, hate.
Agreed
Yes,
on all.
100%.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, because
you.
like, okay, so
What else? Wait. Is there something? Reboot versus revival. I feel like my brain's not done with that. Is that
Okay.
annoying?
No,
No,
what's your
so,
question?
Like, what's more reboots?
Okay,
Like,
so reboot.
They're heavy in movies. That's why you don't like that.
But a lot movies being turned into a TV show.
oh, like
Definitely.
Trading Day.
oh, Greek. My Big Fat Greek
Taken-
Wedding.
Yeah,
Trading Day
Taken
that's
is
coming out is one.
Training Day, Lethal Weapon.
Those
Heathers
are all
is
coming
coming,
out as
but
TV
Heathers.
shows?
Yeah, Heathers, which is
Heathers.
Which is fierce. I'm going to live
Yeah,
for this,
I was gonna
though.
say that
We
one
love
I'm
them.
excited
Yeah,
about.
we love those
so
people.
a revival would be. I know you don't like Fuller House apparently, but Fuller House is a revival. It's a continuation of the story.
Yes.
Girl Meets World is a revival. It's a continuation
Yeah.
of the story.
Well, it's
That's
great.
so
It's
Raven.
revival.
Well, revival. It's a
Gilmore
continuation.
Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
Revival.
That's so Raven is coming out.
Yeah.
What was the other
Revival.
thing again besides revival?
Reboot. You're learning so much.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. What I can't think of any reboots because I never am interested.
Jason Moss in the chat says, "Yes, I got the chat working. I
Yes.
can't wait for Will and Grace to come back. We can't wait for Jack and
Thank
Karen
you.
to come back.
Exactly.
Well, along with that, I saw a little blurb from Queen Latifah that there are talks of living
yeah.
single
I'm
She's
sorry,
bringing
that
it
is
back.
exciting
coming
to
back
me
as well.
too. I would.
I mean, I love Living Single.
What was that?
Living Single?
I'm not.
Queen
It was with
Latifah,
Queen
Lawrence.
Latifah, Kim Fields.
I did not know the show.
It was
In the middle of America, I didn't know it.
Oh, that's a shame.
I didn't know it.
It's a great show.
It really was
But
great.
I will only accept that reboot if Erica Alexander, who played Maxine Shaw, Attorney at Law, comes back.
Oh no, they all
So
have to be back
if
for me
they
to accept
come
for sure.
back
Yeah.
and it's a continuation, revival.
Guys, did
Cute.
anyone see Golden Palace?
Love!
I don't know why I made me think of that, but I mean,
Yes.
Golden Girls, you weren't ready to be over. It wasn't the same, but they
Without
tried. and I
Dorothy, but it
love
was good. It had 2 very successful seasons.
Thank you. Okay, I'm
Well,
glad
that
you
was
know.
like when they tried to do Saved by the Bell, the college years.
I
were
liked
like,
that one too.
Never give
Except
up.
for that one guy.
I mean, I accepted it, but let's face it. Once they had Zach and Kelly's wedding, like I was good.
It was complete.
I was good. Yeah,
Who was
I
in the
good.
college years? Who was not? That's what's more important. Elizabeth Berkley.
and Lark Voorhees
We're not.
were not, but
We should
Slater.
go
Mark
to
Paul
Showgirls.
Gosselaar, AC Slater, and Dustin Diamond and Mark Paul
Well,
Gosselaar.
Screech
were
had
all
to
in
be
it.
there.
Yeah.
Screech went on forever.
Screech never left. He was a
guy.
part of the college years. He went on to the new class.
know.
I mean, at some point you got to go in the high and be like, "Listen, I'm gonna take my check."
And then he
just keep it
stabbed
cool.
someone.
And he also did
Yes.
a sex tape.
Yep.
And Celebrity Fit Club?
Yes.
Yeah, he did
That's
Celebrity
just
Fit
random
Club
'cause he's so
too.
skinny.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Dustin.
Okay, so
Alright.
we mentioned movies.
Yes.
I also read that they are doing a Sex and the City 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm super excited about
I hope they
that.
do one. I hope they do it better because I thought one was
I
so
think
far
that
and away
they're
better than
aware
2.
that 2 is bad.
That's why.
And so it will
yeah,
be better.
They're
Okay,
trying to.
so but here's the thing. I'm gonna stick up for Sex and the City 2.
Please do.
Because I feel like 2 was kind of like they got everything they wanted, and this is life. And so I actually
But it wasn't because they were in Dubai, and it's not Sex in Dubai.
Was-
It's Sex in the City,
No,
which
that's
is
true.
New
They
York
say
City.
New York's one of the characters.
And
But
it
it's the
was-
second one where we saw a penis. Because I don't think I'm going to hear any complaints.
I don't care about that. It was so
okay.
terrible.
I'm sorry.
How do you run into Aiden in Dubai? Like, get out.
Yeah, but in the first one, we saw Gilles Marini in the shower.
Oh, yes.
He was
Oh, wait, that was the first
neighbor.
one?
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, that was the first
Oh, yeah,
one.
sorry.
That
That
was
is the first one.
That was the
Gilles
first one.
Now, do you like it?
Marini.
Yeah, yeah, that was the
I don't
first
know the
one.
difference. I actually never watched the series till later on in life.
Oh my god, I'm
Girl.
exhausted.
Okay, we have more to talk about.
Okay.
Have you watched the whole series by now?
Not all of it, but most.
Girl, keep us on track. We got more to talk about.
You are keeping us on track.
Oh, is
Let's
that my
do it.
job?
Well, you just did it.
Okay. So,
Lesbians.
yes. I want to talk about,
Interrupting us for lesbians, which is important.
yeah.
It actually, I mean, I'm grateful to you every week that you do.
Thank you. So I've mentioned before in the show, but a press release just went out about this conference that is happening in March that I will be at called Clexicon. It is a convention focusing on,
What is it?
so it's inspired by this ship from the show The 100, Clark and Lexa, and it caused a lot of controversy because they killed off a character immediately after the lesbians were happy. And that
They killed one of them?
Yeah, and so that made everyone.
That's how TV works these
I
days.
Yeah, but it
swear to
was-
God, gay deaths make me so fucking sad.
So there's a trope called Bury Your Gays, and it is
Yeah.
a very popular plot twist to just kill off the gay characters. And when this happened, it also corresponded. It was the same week that The Walking Dead also killed off their lesbian. And
that was so upsetting too.
Same week,
She got shot right in her face
two lesbians.
with a bow and arrow in her eye,
Mm-hmm.
right in the back of her face, and it came right through her
Awful.
eyeball, and it was so rude.
So they started this convention, and they're having different characters from different shows, mostly sci-fi shows, and it's happening in March in Vegas. It's
And
gonna be
you
lots of
are
ladies, and I
never
will be
one to
there.
miss a convention.
Never one to miss a convention, especially not one full of
Of course, yeah.
ladies.
This one you got front row tickets, no doubt.
Yeah, I will be moderating the Lost Girl panel.
Love it.
Yes.
Lost Girl, for those who don't know, is a show about a girl who is a succubus, and so she just feeds on sexual energy. So she, throughout the show, is just with all sorts of people.
Is this a story of your
We
life?
like her.
It is not a story of my life.
Okay.
I
Lost
don't
Girl Yale.
feed on sexual energy.
Well,
She enjoys it.
Yes.
She doesn't feed on it.
Yeah.
Well,
keep us posted, as of course you
Yeah.
will.
Absolutely.
And I hope you get some good tea from it. And yeah.
well, speaking of other gay cons, RuPaul's Drag Con is coming back in
Oh,
April.
yeah.
Cute.
For the third year, so
Yeah.
that's going to be fun. Lots of glitz, glamour, and drag queens.
It is fun.
Have you been?
Both times.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Have you been?
I've not.
I think you
This
should
is
go
the
this
year.
year.
I should go.
This is the
You
year.
should. You should definitely go this year.
Okay.
Have you been?
I have not. I feel like
should go
we
this year.
should
field
record
trip.
live from there.
Totally. So fun.
That'd be so
Let's work
cute.
on that.
Right. Okay.
You could.
Done and done. Well,
What else?
I don't want to get in trouble from Yale. I'm going to check in and see if there's anything else.
I've brought up my topics.
All right. Then it's time to talk about you.
Okay.
Now, the main thing being getting curious because you mentioned Throwing Shade.
We love
one of my
Throwing
favorite
Shade.
podcasts.
It's so good.
My own podcast, one of my favorite. Yours, one of my favorite. Getting Curious. Let me say why first, and then you can tell us about it.
No, you tell me first.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh.
Sorry. Jonathan talks about, we keep talking about Trump, but we prefer pop culture here, TV things. That's what we love. Jonathan talks about the things that, like, they're real news, but maybe you don't really know about it, but you feel like you should. Someone like you, who says you should listen more, but it sounds yucky. This beautiful man is going to break it down for you, so it's in his voice, his personality, but with the guest who's helping him. Oh, you learning as well,
Yeah,
right?
I learned like in real time.
Yeah.
So tell us some of your guests that you had.
I've had like Russian historian who told me about like what really happened to Anastasia. I love that. I did one on the LIGO study, which was like when they confirmed the existence of gravitational waves earlier in 2016.
So this is like real stuff.
And I had this astrophysicist on, and he taught me about like the universe and these The reason that was cool is because Einstein predicted that that this was true in 1916, and it basically took 2,000 scientists like 10 years with all of these crazy instruments all over the world to prove it. So like Einstein knew that this was going down in 1916 with his brain, and it took us 100 years and like thousands of people to like prove it, which it took a whole 100 years, which I thought was interesting. So there's that, and then I've had like I had Lizzo on last
Love
week,
that.
and she taught me all about like what it is to be fucking boss bitch and fierce, and she's like my new favorite person, but she already
Yes.
had been. But then like when I reached out to her on
Stepped
Instagram
up.
and
Oh
she
my
actually
God,
said
she's
yes, I was
amazing.
like, oh my God. So she was amazing. And
How about
then-
the one? Talk about the guy. I don't know what his official title is, but it was all about love.
Oh
I
my
thought
God,
that
that's
one
Dr.
was so interesting.
Stantakhin, and he is the author of Your Brain on Love, Wired for Dating, and Wired for Love, and he invented this type of therapy called PAC therapy, which is a physiobiological approach to couples therapy. And it basically just takes like how you were raised and then like your biology, like what happens when you're into someone, because like your brain makes all these chemicals. So your brain makes you think you're sprung on them because you make all the serotonin when you're around them, but then when you leave, brain drops all that serotonin, so you get hooked on them. You think that you need them because like your brain goes into withdrawal. But it's really just your
So
brain playing tricks on
important
you.
to
Like
know, right.
yeah, because like you don't really give a girl. That's just some vasopressin, testosterone, serotonin. It's these things that your brain makes.
I had to have a therapist tell me
Wow.
like it is a drug that you're addicted. Like I was with my boyfriend at first, but I was like, but all these other people, I don't know if I'm ready. And it was because that first 2 weeks of a relationship, I thought, well, nothing's better than that. But it's literally because of what's coming into your brain.
It's testosterone, oxytocin. That's what it is. Testosterone, oxytocin, vasopressin, serotonin, dopamine. Those are the 5.
You're a genius.
Girl, you've been talking for I don't know how long, and I don't think I understood half of what you've said.
Oh, and then
I need to listen to
and then
this.
I had the
Exactly.
director of Islamic Studies on from UCLA to explain to me the difference between Sunni and Shia Muslims and why don't they love each other. And I got this huge history in the Middle East that I didn't know about, and it was funny because you could tell when I first started talking, because I accidentally referred to Muslims as Shiis. I was like, oh, so like. Not like a she, but I like, oh, like she. I was like, oh, so it's like she's like, Muhammad is her God and Allah is her, or Muhammad is like her Jesus and like and he was like, okay, you can't know. And I was like, oh my God, you're so right. But then I knew a bunch of stuff because like I like the news. I just like didn't realize that it was like so important to like refer to like, because like I call everyone she, which is not respectful, but I
But see,
No, I
that's
get it.
what I
Call
love.
everyone girl.
Yeah.
That's what I love about your podcast is the juxtaposition of these topics, but it's still you.
But it's still me.
hosting.
I can't change me. But
Right.
here's the thing: I've been obsessed with the news since I was like 4.
Wild.
Like, and so I do know in my brain she remembers things. It's like such a weird thing. So yeah. So and then like but I love it. It's fun. I'm going to be interviewing this scientist about like why psychedelics do to your brain what they do.
Oh, great.
And then that's my next one. And then I'm also going to be interviewing my friend Orlando Soria, who's an amazing designer, about like how to find your personal style, because like I just don't even know who I am when it comes to like
style.
decorating my house. Like,
Yeah.
who am I? What do I
Totally.
like? Weed leaves and like delivery girl. I don't know.
But those are accoutrements that you have later. That's not the base.
I like, what's my vision?
You mean for
My house.
your house?
Not that I
for
own a house.
fashion,
No.
but for your living space.
Yeah. Like, how did we
Yes.
find it?
That's beautiful. And he has a funny
Wow.
Instagram captions.
Oh my God.
So
his-
I'll be looking forward
I've
to that.
almost crashed, like from reading, like trying to read them and driving because they're so
Stop,
good.
Put your phone down.
I do now.
She learned.
I'm sorry. I
do
can't.
now.
I need you to live.
I like to sing when I'm
we
here.
need you. Please do. I know
Like
it's
that
the
just is
mic,
like so
right?
much. Yeah.
It's a lot.
It also sounds like really good in my ears
There's
for some
something
reason.
about- yeah.
Yeah, like why does it?
to hear yourself.
It's like
It
your
makes it
farts.
sound
Like
like you're
everyone
in the
likes
booth.
their own flavor, but I don't really like my farts. But like
But
my
this
voice, I like
voice,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's getting curious.
That's getting curious.
Game of Thrones not coming. I mean, the show's not coming back.
I don't
till
know when it's coming back because I don't know when the show's coming back. But
Right.
I think we're coming back.
But it's going to be later, right? Game
Yeah.
of Thrones.
Yeah.
Summer? Do you know when? Does anyone
I
know when?
literally have no idea. HBO has been very tight-lipped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't said yet, but I know that they pushed it back in terms of production, so they're probably pushing
Yeah.
back the show.
I'm so ready. Do you watch?
I
though-
have not watched
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
I hope they push it back far enough though, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have not gotten to go to like a fun pride for like 4 years
Because of
like
that.
yeah, because like I always have to be like fresh faced, bushy tailed on Sunday, so I can't really get lit. And then like Sunday night, everyone's like been lit for 3 days, so they're not like
Right.
So Sunday night at 10 o'clock, it's kind of a sad scene at Pride. So
Right.
it's like not where you want to be. So I hope that it's late enough that I can like really utilize like San Francisco Pride, because I've never really been able to like utilize my F-list celebrity at Pride because
Totally.
I've never really been there. Because actually, a few years ago, LA Pride, I did get a little too lit on the Saturday or on that Sunday. Like, and then I was like really sunburnt. And when we were doing that episode, I like the client was like, "Oh, like, maybe we could really do a haircut." I was like, "No, queen. Like, I'm gonna back over your hair in a big old ball and like clip it on top of your head."
I've been
'Cause, like, I
with
could not handle it.
to events, not as big as Pride, but you don't get to walk around much because this was right during Game of Thrones season last year, but everyone's stopping you picture like,
I do
where are my
love
dragons?
that.
It was very fun.
It's
But like
fun.
at one point I was like, I wonder if we will get another drink or like this is it. Like this is which that's got to be kind of fun too.
It's-
So like why not go to all the prides that you
Yeah,
can?
I mean, I love that. It's fun. It's fleeting,
Love it.
you know. So you got to get it while you get it.
Yeah.
Get it while it's good.
Get it while it's real good.
Get it while it's hot.
Great.
Uh-huh.
Are you? I know that you dabbled in. Would you call it stand up a few times, or do you have anything like that coming up?
I don't think I have any like live. I don't think so. No.
Well, you'll tell us.
No.
Where can the children find you to hear about these things?
She's always updating everything on Instagram. It's Gay of Thrones. Twitter's at the Gay of Thrones, but really it's on the grandma. So follow me on there.
Yeah.
Gay of Thrones,
Instagram.
and I'll tell you
Same.
about
That's
it.
what I like to
Graham.
use most
Yeah.
as well. All right, guys. Well, this has warmed my heart, especially
Mine
leading
too.
into a
Warm
weekend.
fuzzies.
Don't worry about the inauguration. Do the Women's March. Stand up for what you believe in. Be safe
It's
at
at
the
9
march.
o'clock at Pershing Square
In LA.
Great.
In LA, so please come. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna get a gorgeous sign.
love
I'm
it.
gonna flat iron wave the underneath my hair, but then curl the top and then blow dry it a lot, and then put some Opry Beach by.
Well, you'll be up at
Barbie
6
in it.
a.m. just getting ready for the big day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you
You got a
fucking
glam
hair
idea.
life. I mean, I already am.
Yes.
Just a real
And-
essential face, though. Not too much face. Just a little sunscreen.
Sure, keeping
Yeah.
it safe, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
We'll post your selfie of that look on
Word.
Instagram. We'll be watching. Guys, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
We are your hosts. I'm Adam Salandra. Find me at Adam Salandra.
Well, and I am still Tony Moore, and you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com.
I'm Yael Teagle. I'm everywhere at Yael Teagle. That's YAELTYGIEL. And I have a podcast. It's called Intimate Interrogation. Sometimes it is filthy. Sometimes it
it's
is not.
not.
No. Yeah.
I only like when it is.
New
And
Year,
we've
new
said about it,
phone. Who
Jonathan.
this?
Goodbye, everyone. Whoa,
Hi,
happy
Jonathan.
We did it already, honey.
Oh.
Jonathan Van Ness yet again.
Oh, I just did it.
Jonathan's like,
His headphones are off.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.